Welcome everyone to this educational presentation on social media. I would like to thank our Executive of Advertising for taking the time to allow me to make this presentation. In case you do not know already, my name is Megan Maple and I am the new Social Media Manager. Today I'll be going over the following subjects: social media introduction, various social platforms, importance of social media, integrated social media approach, and of course a conclusion. First, we are going to define social media and traditional media and their various roles in marketing. It is important from a marketing standpoint to have a firm grasp of traditional media and social media. As defined by the IGII Global, any form of mass communication available before the advent of digital media, including television, radio, newspaper, and books and magazines, are traditional media. Social media, on the other hand, is all forms of digital media, including collaborative projects, blogs, social networking, content communities, virtual game worlds, and virtual social worlds. While they're inherently different by nature, social media has a lot of things in common. First, they seek to increase brand awareness, promote sales, and build brand. In this way, they all seek to communicate with consumers. In many ways, however, social media and traditional media are fundamentally different. First, we have a conversation. Traditional media tends to be very one-sided and adheres to a closed system, whereas social media is very much back and forth form of communication that is an open system. Further, traditional media tends to be more for the masses, whereas social media provides a more personalized experience. The strategy between these two is very different. Traditional mass media is very strategic and coordinated to make the most of the top-down strategy, adhering to a schedule, and tends to be very expensive. Social media, however, is less rigid and works from the bottom-up strategic standpoint. Further, these interactions are often done in real time. Many social media is free or comparably inexpensive. As to be expected, social media is very active and interactive. However, traditional media, by comparison, tends to be a very passive method of marketing. Now it's important to discuss various types of social media and their possible uses. Social media is not just an activity, it is an investment of valuable time and resources. Surround yourself with people who not just support you and stay with you, but inform your thinking about ways to wow your online presence. It is important that social media is utilized thoughtfully to get the most out of this tool. So let's take a look at the various forms of social media and how they can serve important purposes and how we might be able to utilize them. Engaging our audience. One amazing thing social media excels at is audience and consumer engagement. So how might we be able to do that and utilize social media? Social media is a great way to start a conversation with consumers. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook are just a couple of examples of platforms that can be used to have conversations with consumers. On Instagram, there are hashtags and location tags. We can feature their photographs on our own personal Instagram. And Twitter and Facebook allow consumers to communicate with us directly and have a direct conversation. Social media is also great at building communities. Regular communication and conversation through networking will help build loyal customers. An important consideration is how one might be able to respond to disasters. According to Launch Squad, sending out genuine responses to tragedy should be done carefully to avoid brand details. However, if it's done right to help build a brand, our brand could utilize this by sending out heartfelt messages in the wake of disasters and utilizing social media to offer genuine support of those in need. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook are great ways to have interactive marketing campaigns. According to Shane Barker, Adidas utilized this tactic in a campaign with Selena Gomez and experienced great social media growth and increased brand awareness. We could do this through having people use hashtags that link to our category to submit their favorite sandwich to be added to the menu, and then have people vote for their favorite and add the top two to the menu while giving those who made the submissions a prize. Social media is a great way to get the attentions of customers. Each brand has its own way of doing that, but in some instances it can be successful and it can become viral and raise brand awareness far beyond regional areas of sales. Wendy's Sassy Twitter account is a good example of this. Social media is out there to make people Social media is out there and people are talking about our brand. If we include it in our marketing, we can help take a proactive brand management stance and have a firmer grasp of the conversation. Further, the one-to-one aspect of social media will allow us to build brand loyalty and compete with larger brands. From a professional standpoint, LinkedIn is a great way to manage our professional brand and recruit the best professionals to help build our company. It is also important to realize that brand community is an essential part of social networking and helps to foster continued awareness, interactivity, and brand growth. Social media is an important tool, as you can see, but let's get with some numbers. Consider this. 59% of Americans with social media accounts think that customer service through social media has made it easier to get questions answered and issues resolved. Further, increased loyalty is one way that social media helps people. Of those who have been using social media for the last 1 year, 63% found it useful for building a loyal fan base. It also helps to increase sales. More than 50% of marketers who have been implementing social media marketing tactics for 2 years have reported improved sales. Almost 90% of marketers say their social marketing efforts have increased exposure for their business, and 75% say it has increased traffic. 41% of Americans say it's important to have institutions they engage with on a strong social media presence. So that means that having social media will help us to have greater credibility and brand awareness. Now we are going to examine social media integration. The Data and Marketing Association defines integrated media as an approach to creating a unified, seamless experience for consumers to interact with the brand and enterprise. It attempts to meld all aspects of marketing communication, such as advertising, sales promotion, public relations, direct marketing, and social media through their respective mix of tactics, methods, channels, media, and activities. So altogether, it is a unified force. It is a process designed to ensure that all messaging and communication strategies are consistent across channels and are centered on the content. So what are some features of an integrated marketing campaign? Targeted customers, desired objectives, creative theme, blended communication techniques, channels of communication, budget, and results analysis. As you can see, integrated marketing is a coordinated effort of utilizing traditional and social media. When we look at Subway, our direct competitor in the area, we can see that they too are utilizing integrated marketing and social media. So in this one integrated campaign with their most recent So Much Sandwich campaign, we can see that they are utilizing Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and multiple methods of content as well. They have over 665,000 Instagram followers and over 2.46 million Twitter followers. They posted an advertisement on the 28th of August on Facebook for the campaign that received over 54,000 views in less than 24 hours. Further, they made a 1 minute long 360-degree Facebook video of a sandwich as part of this campaign. What process could we use to integrate social media into our current marketing plans and future plans? First, we need to build our social media presence. Then we need to utilize this to promote existing marketing materials, after which we should start the conversation. Through this, we can make a large and interactive community and help prepare to utilize social media strategically in future marketing efforts. So let's go back over all that we have learned. We learned what social media is, what different versions of social media should be used and what they can accomplish, and how we might integrate them into future projects. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me.